Taurus, Mama Taurus, Daddy Taurus. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy here at the Renaissance Tarot. So, dear Taurus, this is going to be your reading from July 28th to August 3rd. And July 28th is my birthday. So, I'm really excited to see what that week is going to be bringing in for you. Now, in this reading, dear Taurus, we're going to take a look at your past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards and get some final advice and messages of love for you. Now, dear Taurus, these are general readings, so it's not going to resonate with every single person. If it does resonate with you, then good for you. How are you doing, my cutie patootie looking all this so yummy? It's been a very peaceful, restful morning. Actually, I've been doing my meditation, breath work. So I'm coming into your reading with what is the important message that you truly need to hear. So let's get into your reading, dear Taurus. You got the Lovers showing up on top of your reading in the present moment, which is nice, but there is also a Tower. What does this mean? So Taurus, your main challenge here is the Page of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming, you have the Ten of Cups, family, union, something successfully, some sort of a situation that you're gonna find yourself in being very successful. Okay, a resolution coming in your way, and you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is talking about some sort of a brand new beginning that you don't see coming. So Taurus, your main challenge here has to do a lot with the Page of Pentacles, which is talking about you showing up as ready for a brand new start, for a fresh start. Okay, you're ready for commitment, you're ready for marriage, you're ready for a relationship. And for some of you, this could be like just a totally, absolutely brand new chapter in everything, in all of your life aspects. Okay, this is Earth sign energy, Taurus, your energy as you show up. You're wanting to initiate something. You're wanting to really take charge of a situation. And we're going to find out to see what this is about shortly. Now, dear Taurus, in the recent past, we have the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. A lot of challenges in the recent past, okay? I see here struggles, challenges, obstacles, difficulties showing up, and you still try to maintain harmonious connection with somebody here. This is you putting it into the hard work, wanting to make things work, commitment, right? And I see here you really being dedicated to a person and a relationship. As a Taurus, I know that you are somebody that you are very loyal to a fault. Okay, and it takes a lot for you to disinvest your energy from a connection. So there might have been a situation like that in the past, which I'm going to clarify shortly. In the present moment, you have the Lovers, the Tower, and the Emperor. So here is the thing, Taurus. There is a choice that needs to be made, a decision between ending something with a person. Possibly there is an age difference between you and them. There could be also a father, somebody's father or family is involved into this situation. Whatever this might be, we'll talk about this shortly, but something here is almost gonna, it's either gonna end or there's gonna be a new beginning. Okay, we're gonna talk about this shortly because the Tower moment is not an easy energy. It's very excruciating. There's a lot of doubt about it. We're going to clarify. It's a soul connection, and we're going to find out more. Now, in the near future, you have the Hermit, the Four of Cups, and the Three of Cups. Some sort of a situation here is going to come under the light. As you can see, the Hermit is shedding light, right? A situation that you have been waiting for quite some time, something that has been really difficult for you to process. I think you have had a hard time of understanding why this person was behaving a certain way in the past, possibly Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, or another Earth sign, okay? And there is going to be, again, with the Four of Cups and Three of Cups, an offer of celebration, reunion, but you're going to be taking your time to really think if this is something that you want to go for or not full time, okay? Because I feel like for many of you, you're ready for a fresh start, but this fresh start here with your challenge What challenges you here is, are you starting something new with somebody who has changed their patterns, or is this person in your life with the same patterns? I think that's something that you're asking yourself. So, dear Taurus, let's clarify your main challenge here. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles. So your challenge, dear Taurus, is clarified by the Chariot. This is full force, moving forward energy, 555 on the timer as I'm saying this. This is you taking charge of a situation, like I said earlier. Chariot is a very beautiful energy. It's leaving the past behind you. You have the Strength card here, that 999 video, and the Lovers, right? Your readings are always so spiritual and on point, literally. The Lovers. This is about a relationship. The cards are confirming here this cannot be made up. As you know, my cards are always on point. Now, dear Taurus, it looks like your challenge here has to do a lot with making a firm, and I mean very firm decision here, how you want to proceed forward with somebody, okay? Because you know that there is a lot of challenges that has come with the fact that, you know, you went through a lot being with this person. You might have, I'm getting strongly, some of you might have tried to save this person from some sort of a toxic behavior or unhealthy addictions and things like that. You know, maybe this is somebody that also had to go through like therapy or help or become sober, whatever the situation was. Now you just want to make sure that, you know, you're putting into your efforts with the Strength card, right? You're putting your efforts and your energy into a connection that is going to be able to really blossom and grow, because you don't want to rush into it. You're an earth sign. You're a Taurus. You're very mindful, very demure. You're very articulated, and you don't want to rush into it, okay? But you are already packed up and ready to go. But the question here is, are there still patterns within this person's behavior? Are they avoidant? Are they close enough and shutting down, being dismissive, that you don't want to experience anymore, okay? Because you're not here to fix other people, right? People have to do the work within themselves. So in the recent past, let's talk about that real quick. You have the Seven of Wands, which is clarified by the King of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the High Priestess. The Emperor again at the bottom of the deck. Somebody here has facial hair features that I'm strongly getting, you know, age differences, age gap possibly between you and them. So one of the challenges in the recent past was really what you struggled with is trusting your intuition full force. Your feelings and your emotions, your heart was saying one thing, but your intuition with the High Priestess was kind of like giving you the nudge to like, Taurus, hold it back. Taurus, don't get full force. Taurus, you know, take your energy back. Don't get all involved right away. So the Knight of Swords here is clarified by the Eight of Wands. I'm sure there was a lot of back and forth conversations between you and this person about, you know, having a new beginning on new terms, new conditions with the Fool, and there is a Two of Pentacles. There was a lot of choices, decisions, constantly going back and forth, emotional roller coasters. For some of you, there might have been some trust issues between you and this person. You wanted to know the truth, right? The Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck in the recent past, and the Knight of Pentacles, which is you. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing here. You know, my dear Taurus, I'm all about empowerment. If there was a situation in regards to a third party, maybe that's one of the reasons why things came to an end. At the bottom of the deck, there is the World card, right? This is the last card in Major Arcana. It's an ending. And you have asked yourself this question, is this something that I should really hold on to or not? And if there was a third party situation, that's one of the reasons why there was a lot of challenges. You still tried to maintain it. You still did your best to remain loyal and to work it out with this person. So a lot of conversations back and forth and kind of like being in a limbo, whether you want to stay in this connection or not with this individual. Let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles, dear Taurus. The Eight of Pentacles in the recent past is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Somebody here is a traveler. I don't know if you were dating somebody that was a rich person or maybe a child of a rich and famous individual. That's what I'm getting here. A lot of in and out of your life, this person could have been quite spoiled. That's just what I'm picking up on, okay? A little bit selfish. I see here you putting all the hard work and everything in here, and somebody here just being emotionally closed off. Someone here just thinking only about themselves, focusing emotionally on what's important for them, okay? And in the present moment right now, dear Taurus, when you are showing up, especially being very initiative, in the initiative energy, this is about you really deciding if this connection is something that you should hold on to or just put an end to it. The Tower here in the present moment, clarified by the Temperance, Sagittarius energy. 9 of Wands, there is a lot of hurt. Okay, there's a lot of questions that you have. And then the 7 of Wands. Your fears here has to do a lot with the same 7 of Wands that showed up in the recent past, and it's showing up in the present moment as well, which is an indication of fear of what if the same patterns come back? What if we get into a connection, this person acts a certain way? Honestly, I'm going to keep it real. I've read a book about it. I think it's called Attachment or something, Attachment Styles. I can't remember quite the name of it, but there was a chapter where it talks about how sometimes we may fear of, getting into a relationship, and we fear that, oh, what if our partner abandons us? That is a limiting belief and a subconscious belief that we need to look within ourselves. I think that's something that you might be, start looking into, or you may already have started looking into that, right? Not to self-sabotage your own happiness and yourself because of previous relationships or childhood upbringing. That's one side of the story. The other side of the story here is has this person done the work within themselves? Have they healed, right? That's an important thing here that you're going to be looking into. Now, let's clarify the Lovers here for you in the present moment. There is a lot of love you have towards this person, but there is a big but. Big but. Sorry, mommy, daddy. 6 of Wands is clarified by the Lovers. So you want victory. You ultimately, what you want what's best for you and this person. You have the 5 of Wands coming out of a conflict and the Ace of Cups. You do want deep down a brand new beginning with this person, right? And you just showed up. King of Pentacles, the richest person in tarot, 12, 22, 222 on the timer as I'm saying this. Taurus, you want like deep connection with this person, right? You could be dealing with an Aries, Gemini, the other signs that I mentioned. You want to resolve this conflict and move on, right? Look how the 6 of Wands is moving towards the 5 of Wands, and there is Ace of Cups. The conflict has to be removed out of the way for you and this person to be able to come into a union and be able to create this loving relationship and connection with each other. There is some sort of a conflict that must have happened between you and this person. My intuition is telling me it had to do a lot with commitment stuff and financial stability. Okay, somebody that maybe also was not being able to full force bringing in what you were reciprocating, what you were bringing into the table. The Emperor in the present moment is clarified by the Magician. Are you manifesting someone? The 6 of Cups and the Judgment. Okay, so this is your person's energy, and this has to do a lot, the Empress and the Emperor. Yeah, this is a mother-father figure. Okay, for some of you might have literally children with this person, or you may think about having children with this individual. Let me double check with the mic. Has been acting so weird. Capricorn's reading, I think the audio was disconnected. I just have to double check. I love you, Taurus. Mic check, mic check. So you and this person, there is a connection, a soul connection. First of all, whenever the 6 of Cups appears, this talks about a person either communicating with us and wanting to have a return and to talk about something. There's a manifestation of this situation. Something is being manifested, okay? And I think that this is this person initiating something. There is an initiation that's going to take place from their end. When this initiation comes in the near future, you have to shed light on it, right? With the Hermit holding the lantern, this is an indication of, let me just make sure this person is not coming in with the pattern. Because the question we got to ask ourselves, to be honest, is this the pattern we're looking into? Are we wanting the pattern or the person, right? Because there might be a certain dynamic that we are used to and accustomed to. For example, why do we always attract emotionally unavailable people? That's a question we need to really ask ourselves, right? So the Hermit is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Star, Aquarius energy. You might be dealing with an Aquarius as well. So I strongly feel like here that you want to really make sure that this person is emotionally available. Knight of Cups, emotional availability. If they are bringing in this new offer, Taurus, this is a very important moment in your reading. If this person is showing up being understanding, accepting, emotionally available, and they are healed. The Star card is also about healing, right? And having done the inner work, they're not emotionally aloof and detached and ignoring and ignorant, sprinkle, sorry, but you know what I'm saying? That's why you're holding on to it. But I do see here a lot of work being done in the background. I think if you consider this person to be a soulmate of yours, there must be definitely a lot of work being done in the background, that you have been a catalyst for this person to shift something in their life and about their life. Now, Four of Cups in the near future is clarified by the Moon, Pisces energy, Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. I'm going to keep it extremely real as I always do, Taurus. I do this in every single sign. If there is a fear of abandonment, that is something that you're going to overcome in the near future. If there is a fear of being left out into the cold, okay, if there is some sort of a limiting belief that you may have, I see here you overcoming that. This 2025 year is very significant for you, dear Taurus. I'll never forget the reading that I've done this entire year, which is your reading 999. The reading ends at 20 minutes, 25 seconds. That's 2025 this year. This is a very pivotal year for me. I'm getting chills right now as I'm saying this. Okay, so there is something that you really, really are letting go of. A fear of abandonment, fear of somebody not loving you enough, Taurus. And honestly, I feel like that you're really, really learning to rely on yourself. You are a very reliable, trustworthy, loyal friend, partner anyways, but sometimes you abandon yourself. Sometimes you sabotage your own happiness, and this has to do with some patterns from the childhood. Some of you may be holding on to, you know, toxic family members, dynamics. Maybe you grew up in a dysfunctional family where things were very challenging and hard, and when you got into relationship, sometimes some of this pattern manifests in relationships, and you have been really, really honest with yourself and asking, why am I attracting this type of people into my life? Am I seeing a similar pattern between my family members, between my previous partners and this person, right? Like, we gotta be honest with ourselves. Like, why am I doing the reading here? Why have I read so many books and I'm doing daily meditations and I'm doing the work within myself also? It's because I wanna help you to also really raise your vibration frequency and unlock that gift within you and truly start loving yourself and living your life, your best life possible, because our happiness is not coming from somebody else or for someone wanting to make us fulfilled. It comes from within. And, you know, it's not like we're not trying to fix something, we're becoming a better version of ourselves. If there is emotions and feelings from the past that have been holding you back, what you're going to be doing, you're going to start practicing more gratitude, being more present in the present moment, and you're going to override the emotions and the feelings of the past, and you're going to create a new version for yourself. Now, Three of Cups is clarified by the Three of Wands. There is an anticipation of a story, the Ace of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. And you have the Sun at the bottom of the deck, which is the happiest, most positive energy, right? Represents Leo as well. So in the near future, there's going to be a truth that's going to be set out there. I think this is when the real Taurus shows up. This is when the real you really show up in the near future. And something here is going to be set right between you and another person. I think that what's going to end up happening is that it's going to be a gradual, slow, steady process, because I see here celebration, union coming in, right? Like having a conversation, heart-to-heart conversation. There's a lot of success stories that people share. The most important thing here for you, dear Taurus, is to remain loyal and faithful to you and to the values and the morals that you possess and you have within yourself. Let's see what is the advice for you, though. What is the advice for my Taurus? What is the advice? So Taurus, the advice here, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. This has to do a lot with the fact of you remaining in your self-independent energy as long as you want. And if you ever spot and if you ever see that there is anything untrustworthy, something that's not working out, somebody that's not really being honest with yourself or whatever, you know you don't want to end up in the same situation. You already have gone through a similar loop and a situation multiple times. Now you're pulling your energy back to yourself and you're saying with the Nine of Pentacles, you know what, I'm going to focus on myself and I'm not going to rush into it. I'm taking an initiative here to move forward. And hey, look, We got the Lovers here. If you're on the same page with me, if you truly, truly want to be with me and come onto this journey, you need to match my frequency. You need to match my vibration and the amount of work that I have done. Because you can't be here, Taurus, and them here, right? You can set an example, but this is about you showing up truly for yourself because you don't want to end up into the same situation again. So let's get the messages of love for you, dear Taurus. Final messages of love. What is this situation about? What is this love message for my Taurus and their person? I mean, what can I say, right? Go slow, take time to get to know each other. Even the oracle cards are also in alignment with the reading. And at the bottom of the deck, it says healing, old wounds, and childhood issues need revisiting, right? There's all kinds of messages that might have come up, but very important message here for you. And I believe that you are taking this and resonating with this because a lot of our adulthood relationships and connections, you know, stem from like our childhood patterns and the family dynamics that we grew up in. So this is about going slow, just like the Hermit that also was showing up. Okay, so and taking your time and not betraying yourself. Now, please, dear Taurus, keep that beautiful smile back up. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. I love you so much, and I hope that you have an amazing week ahead, and I'll see you on the next one.